Well, you know, usually when I write a song, I get the inspiration from somewhere, from listening to someone else, or from finding a new way of playing a chord on a guitar or something. And usually I try and make it have a memorable melody, interesting chords, and just an interesting way of playing the whole song, so to keep a listener engaged. And It's Not Easy was inspired by an Al Jarreau song called Easy, and the first three chords were this. And I mean, I actually read that in like the real book, which is like a jazz standard book, and I read those three chords and I went, oh man, that's cool. And I threw the music away and wrote my own song, and I called it It's Not Easy. And I mean, the melody goes like this. And this song has like a kind of like a boom chip bass pattern, and so when you combine all that, it goes like this. Which is a lot of fun, and that's one of my favourite songs to play live, because it's fast. Yeah. Well, Daddy Long Licks was kind of inspired by Jerry Reed, I guess. And Jerry Reed was the master of having like some kind of a syncopated, funky bass line, and then like some kind of a melody within some sort of chord changes. And in Daddy Long Licks, which is a song I wrote, you know, kind of in his style, I have a bass line that goes like this. It's pretty simple. And then the melody goes like this. Etc. And when I put them together, I kind of found a cool way of really playing it with some fire, and I put some licks in there like this. Which is kind of like a Django Reinhardt type lick. So this song is kind of like Jerry Reed meets Django, I guess. And again, this is one of my favourite songs to play live. Burgers and Fries. Well, that was inspired by a guitar player named Pat Burgerson. And he, for many years, played with Chet Atkins. And he's just like, he's kind of like comes from the New York jazz school of playing. So he's just an amazing improviser, very melodic in everything he does. But when he worked with Chet, he played a lot of the harmony lines behind Chet and was really pivotal in some things Chet did, you know. And there's a DVD with Chet Atkins and Jerry Reed at the bottom line, and Pat plays some awesome stuff on that, you know. And he showed me this way of playing the Chet Atkins bass pattern. The Chet bass pattern basically goes like this. It's kind of like a country fiddle. Boom, 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 boom. And he said, why don't you try doing that with a shuffle groove, like this. It's kind of just a new idea, you know. And not many songs have been written in that style, so I wrote Burgers and Fries, and it kind of has like a bluesy kind of melody, as well as lots of these chords, which is kind of like a bit of a jazzy thing. So I'll play a little bit of that just to give you a taste. 13 years old, someone gave me a CD that said New Acoustic Music on it. And it had lots of people like Bella Fleck, Dave Grisman, you know, Jerry Douglas, all these great acoustic musicians from like Nashville. And one song that I just loved was called Two White Boys Watching James Brown at the Apollo. And it was by David Grisman and another mandolin player, Andy someone. And I just loved that song. I was just like this 13-year-old kid who was just absolutely mesmerised by it. And it had two mandolins, one playing one part and then another playing a totally different role. And it was kind of just like, it twisted your ears, you know, it was really cool. So I tried to write the Chatterbox with that kind of idea in mind. And basically the bass line is kind of like a funky thing that goes like this. Drum bit. And the melody goes. And it goes on, but that's kind of the idea behind that song. It's a bit out there, but you know, it's fun. Yeah, well, Midnight in Nashville has kind of like a very simple melody and simple changes. And I mean, Nashville, when I first went there, I just met some of the most amazing musicians I've ever seen. And it was like every bar or club that I went and saw someone performing, it was just like, they were all incredible musicians in those places. So it was very inspiring for me, and I was up till midnight one night after seeing a gig, and I just couldn't sleep. I just had to play, and I played all the way till the sun came up, I think. And this is one of the songs I wrote, and I mean, it's kind of like, it has a kind of like a contemporary sound, I guess, but it's very simple. I'll play a bit of it. It's a cool song, I guess.
Excellent.
Oh, thank you. This has been an honour. Thank you. Ciao.